So I just wanted to make a quick update. I'm sure many of you are aware of what news has just broken. For those of you who don't know, Command & Conquer was canceled, and Victory Games, the studio, has been disbanded. It seems that everyone has been either fired or is being moved to other studios. Of course, this really sucks. The game being canceled, mixed reactions from many people. Some people are glad that, the free-to-play sort of model is gone and that they didn't really like the game. I wasn't a huge fan of the game, but I certainly am very sad to see it go. I didn't really think it was as drastic as all that, or that it would come to this. And of course, our thoughts and feelings go out to all of the devs who lost their jobs, and a lot of people are going to be very angry about that. I am, of course, very upset that a lot of the wonderful people that I got to meet at Gamescom are now either being moved to other studios or, maybe may even be jobless. That really does suck. It doesn't really affect my channel too much. As you are probably aware, I didn't exactly have a huge Generals 2 focus. I wasn't a huge fan of the game. I was kind of hoping when I heard that they had canceled it that they would be going back to square one and maybe taking sort of the theme of Generals 2 and a lot of the art assets that they had made, a lot of the work that they had already done on the engine, and reevaluate the core game, but it appears to be a lot more severe than that, which, again, really sucks. Even if you didn't really like the game and are glad to see the game die, you probably are not happy to see the development studio shut down. It's always very rough when that sort of stuff happens. I mean, they have stated, and it seems like that they're looking for other opportunities and other options for the Command & Conquer franchise, so the game may be canceled and may be dead, but the franchise, of course, is not. And I mean, it may be a few years before we see another Command & Conquer game, and well, maybe it won't be Generals 2, maybe it'll be something else, maybe it'll be an entirely new universe. But I mean, for the most part, this is not the first time that this has happened, and I think everything will go on. It's very sad to see, but I mean, it's not going to be changing most of your lives who are watching this. Probably and everyone watching this isn't really going to be affected by this. But yeah, so it'll be pretty much the same on the channel. I mean, the Generals 2 videos will be up, so if you wanted to see those, then you can still have your chance to see them. Those aren't going to be going anywhere, at least not for a while. And so yeah, I just wanted to share kind of my thoughts and feelings. Baseline is that it really sucks, but it seems like there's still hope for the Command & Conquer franchise, and maybe they'll kind of do what they did before, and they'll sort of shut down the studio and make a new studio composed of many of the people who were at Victory Games. I'm hoping that that's what they do, and then they just sort of start afresh and kind of just build a new brand around the studio. But hopefully all of those people who worked on Command & Conquer, all of the people who put a lot of time, a lot of effort into that game will find themselves still employed and hopefully still working on a game that they love. And as for why it was canceled, it was mostly because of alpha feedback. I mean, it was very clear from the very first day of the closed alpha that this game was not what many people intended. This is not what people had envisioned, and this is not what we had come to expect from a Command & Conquer game. And again, I had been hoping that they would sort of take it back to square one, sort of reevaluate the core game, and not just scrap everything. But of course, that's not my decision. That's, of course, 100% up to and the right of the folks over at EA who control all of that. I'm sure many of you are just thinking, hey, screw EA, but that doesn't really accomplish anything. And I mean, there's not a whole lot that anyone can do other than just say it really sucks.